more effective strategies for sticking to healthy habits than just clocking in or weighing in. And we're going to explore those strategies today so that you can fast track your weight loss results. Hi, I'm Louise Digby, registered nutritional therapist and founder of the Nourish Method to Lasting Fat Loss. And I help frustrated women who are struggling with stubborn weights to leave the dieting behind and hack their hormones so that they can lose fat without restrictive dieting. So the first thing to say is that being held accountable is not only for those who struggle with self-discipline, it's also for those who have busy lives and struggle to find time to prioritize their health goals. It's for those who keep putting it off until next week. It's for those who make progress at a snail's pace and want to also get faster results. It's for those who want to build a kind of more positive habits that are going to last. And it's for those who want to ensure that absolutely nothing is going to get in the way of their goals. Accountability can be a really critical and positive way to improve weight loss results. And equally, accountability can be a really effective way to demotivate and demoralize yourself and destroy your progress. Essentially, the wrong type of accountability could make you gain weight rather than lose it. You know, there's a real mixed bag for the women that I work with. Some have never had any sort of accountability, while others spend most of their lives weighing in at Weight Watchers, Slimming World, and many now cannot think of anything worse than going back to that sort of thing again. Some have found success through having a personal trainer or a coach, while others have found that their personal trainer has told them off, shamed them, and made them feel awful. And some people respond well to this kind of, you've gained a pound, so drop and give me 20, you piece of shit type approach, but not many, I have to say. I've had several women tell me that their personal trainer has actually harassed them, sending them abuse daily by text and reducing them to tears. And I think that's the minority of personal trainers. And I'm really not criticizing them as a profession and more criticizing that kind of shaming approach. Anyway, there's more to accountability strategies than having to clock in or be weighed. And I found that a combination of strategies work best. So let's get into it. Number one is to be held accountable to your actions. As much of the weight loss industry tells you that hard work equals results, well, that's not true. We need to be working smarter, not harder. Seriously, weight loss is not linear, and most of the women that I work with do not find that fewer calories and more workouts results in more weight loss. And this is because our bodies are complex, and so there are many factors that impact the fat burning. Your hormones are a really big factor in all of this. So being held accountable to the results on the scales can be extremely demotivating. And I'm sure that most of you have experienced this. So you work really hard all week, only to stand on the scales and see that nothing has happened. And then you hear that Carol from down the road, she had a takeaway 3 times this week, but she still lost weight. So you give up, you binge, and you gain. Instead, I prefer to hold my nourishers accountable to their actions. For example, I might say, so you said you were going to do X, Y, and Z this week. How did that go? Okay, you only did X and Y, but not Z. Why do you think that is? What can we do to set you up for success next week? Can you see the difference? And one way that you can start to hold yourself accountable is to keep a food diary or a food and exercise diary, as that really helps you to keep your awareness on your actions. Now, number 2 is to monitor more than your weight. Your weight is a very rough guide to overall progress, And fluctuations of a pound or so mean nothing. Honestly, it could be water weight that's caused by hormones that will come off again as soon as those hormones settle. I prefer to track things that are more meaningful, like energy, cravings, pain, PMS symptoms, your sleep quality, stress resilience, confidence. These are the things that we really want, right? So why don't we track things that are actually meaningful? So what you need to do is rate these things out of 10 week by week and make sure that they're moving in the right direction overall. And do yourself a favor, throw away those scales. Now, step 3 is to get tested. We test almost all of our clients within the Nourish method to determine what their individual needs are. Once we know the imbalances, we can take actions to address these things properly. And this is extremely motivating because it gives you that certainty that the approach you're taking is the right one for you. And to give yourself a pretty unique type of accountability, you can even get retested to ensure that things have changed. And when it comes to health markers, effort really does correlate with results if you're taking the right approach. Now, number 4 is to commit financially. You need to have skin in the game. The more you invest, the higher your commitment will be because you won't want to waste your money, right? So if you're starting yoga classes, for example, see if you can pay for a block of 10 up front. It's much less likely that you'll miss a class this way. And so you'll get better results and you'll also give yourself more opportunity to establish that habit. You can spend a lot of time looking stuff up online and there's a ton of free information out there, but unless you commit, you probably won't implement it. And I know this to be true for myself. I often receive supplements for free. And do I take them? No. I get excited about receiving them, but I've got no skin in the game. I forget to take them and they go out of date. And I worked with various coaches, and initially I used to have one-off sessions and there was no commitment. So I didn't get around to booking follow-ups and I didn't get any results. And now I only work with ones who have a program or a package because doing so ensures that I'm committed and it keeps those goals at the top of my priority list. And it means that I see the process through and I get the results that I paid for. Number 5 is to get yourself a buddy. If one of your positive habits is going to be going for walks or joining the gym or going to classes, then we really want to find a buddy to go with. You won't want to let that person down or mess them around. So you'll make it a higher priority to make yourself available at that time. And similarly, if you're going to be making dietary changes or changing your lifestyle habits, then get your family involved. If you're able to get your family involved, then that's a good sign that the change is going to be compatible with your life and that it's going to be sustainable. And if your family isn't very helpful or you don't have many people to support you, then you need to enlist some outside help. So that could be joining a Facebook group, for example. You can get Facebook groups that are full of enthusiasts for anything that you want to do. And that community aspect has been extensively studied and proven that really being part of a community improves outcomes. That's why Facebook are so big on the Facebook groups now, because it's so powerful to be part of a community. And there we have it, 5 strategies for staying on track. If you enjoyed this video, then please like and share. And let me know in the comments, what do you need to keep you on track? Is there anything that helps you to stay focused? Let me know in the comments.